Well, hello, guys. How are you guys doing? Hey, Texas House Incubation Program. We want to share some things with you today. And thank you guys for tuning in. What's up, Brother Eric? So we're going to take about 60 seconds, right? We're going to take about 60 seconds, and then we're going to get right into it. When we're going to talk about Texas House Business Incubation Program, Exodus House Incubation Business Program. So listen, let's start sharing this. Let's start tagging this. Let's start people coming on. There's about 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Well, hello. Once again, this is Ray Wilkerson coming to you live all the way from where? Right here. Where's right here? Right here is right here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to share some things with you. I want to talk about the Exodus House Incubation, about the Exodus House Business Incubation Program. A lot of times my spiritual daughter hit me with, what is the incubation program? Do people really understand what an incubation program if you're a new business, if you're an entrepreneur? You have to understand, we're going to give you some statistics about why should you be a part of the firm, the Exodus House Incubation Program. And listen, there's major incubation programs across the country. Some of the most successful businesses have come out of incubation programs. And this is a season that I'm really going to press hard for you entrepreneurs, for your small businesses that look, and have the ability to scale up. Those of you who are very serious entrepreneurs, those of you who are going to have to make that sacrifice. You're going to have to understand the strategy, structure, system, and sales of your business. You're going to have to understand about financials and all those good things, you know, marketing and demographics. Those are the things that we need. We understand there's a lot of people out there making money. But then we have these mom and pop businesses. We have these what we call micromanaged businesses, and that means that they don't have employees, that we never can compete on a large scale. Do you know the average small business only makes $40,000, $45,000 a year? Wow. For all that work, so we need to be able to scale. We need to be able to franchise out. So look, we're going to go on. We're going to get ready to get right with it. Share with the people you can right now. So listen, what we're going to talk about today, I'm not going to be here too long. If you have some questions, please let me know. I can actually see them over here on the other side. Let me get that. So if you see me looking over there, that's because I'm looking at my other computer where I can see if you guys have some questions or things like that, who's actually really on the page. So look, what we want to talk about today, is the Exodus House the Exodus House Business Incubation Program. Excuse me. Get something to drink. What's up, Brother Donnie? We want to talk about the Exodus House Business Incubation Program. Notice how you always would hear me say Exodus House Incubation Program. But I need to put that word business in front of it, because there's so many type of incubation programs. You can incubate a whole lot of different things. But we want to talk about the Exodus House Business Incubation Program. And what is business incubation? That's a good question. What is business incubation? I just made a new outline of what Exodus House Business Incubation Program. I have to get used to that too. All right. So what is business incubation? This is what business incubation is. Small businesses are most vulnerable during the early stages of operation. And we understand that because 7 out of 10 businesses fail within the first, 5 years. We're going to talk about that. Now, when you look at it on the Black statistics side, right? 60% of Black businesses fail within the first 18 months. So we really need to understand I want to lay a foundation and why it is so important if you have a business to be a part of an incubation program. You have to stop saying you can't afford something that's actually going to help you generate more revenue and actually be able that you can sustain yourself for the long term. You know, I had to make some changes myself in the incubation program. So this is why I came up with this format. These are the type of entrepreneurs or small businesses that'll be eligible for Exodus House incubation program. So let me tell you, what is business incubation? Business incubation. Small businesses are vulnerable during the early stages of operation. In fact, the U.S. Small Business Administration estimates that only 44% of small businesses continue to operate after 4 years. Wow. So 56% of businesses fail within the first 4 years. Within the first 4 years, businesses fail. Remember how we opened up, small business are most vulnerable during the early stages. You have to understand how you start off in business is really important, because one thing at Exodus House Business Incubation Program, before we talk about business plans, before we talk about financial, before we talk about all that other stuff, we talk about the 4 S's: structure, strategy, system, and sales. That's the foundation of your business. Your structure is your entity. How is your business set up? What model? It's 22 different business models. What criteria do your business fit for a particular business model? When we talk about strategy, we talk about pricing. How do I price my business that'll sustain my household expenses and my business expenses? When you talk about systems, what processes I have in place where I can start my business here in Atlanta and drop it in New Jersey, drop it in California, and the system stays the same. It does not miss a beat. And then sales. How do I get that first sale? So when we talk about the Small Business Administration estimates that only 44% of small businesses continue to operate after 4 years. To help nurture companies during their most fragile stages, listen, to help nurture companies during their most fragile stages, that's the beginning stages, business incubators provide a support process that accelerates the successful development of startups and fledgling corporations by providing entrepreneurs with an array of target resources and services. So what happens is, here at Exodus House, if you go to our page, let me type that in for you real quick. Go to our page. If you go to our page, and when you look at our page, right, you'll see on the partner side, you'll see all these partners that we work with: marketing, IT, administration, accounting, finances. So we have all these partners that are part of your resource team. We have, if you go and look at our page, we have mentors. The partners are not only just partners, but they're also mentors to the business. When I looked at the most successful incubation programs in the country, the most successful incubation programs in the country, the top 3 always have resources and mentors for their people. So that is one of the things in the most fragile part of your startup businesses. Most businesses, especially in the Black community, do not have the resources available. We're not talking about capital. We're talking about even the resources available to structure, strategy, system, and sales to lay a foundation for their business. The National Business Incubation Association founded that, this is real important, founded that 87% of incubated companies are still in business 5 years after graduating from the program. That should tell you something. Only 13% of the small businesses that come on the incubation programs don't make it. Only 13%, opposed to 44% of businesses that don't make it without an incubation program. 87% of small businesses that are part of an incubation program actually succeed. That is something you need to take a look at. Stop thinking you can't keep telling yourself you can't afford to be a part of it, but the statistics state that those that are part of it normally succeed. Okay, a little bit about Exodus House Business Incubation Program. Let me just tell you a little bit about it. The Exodus House Business Incubation Program is an economical development partnership designed to help create and sustain jobs in the community and spur economic growth throughout the region. This goal is accomplished by helping new and struggling early stage businesses to grow to the point where they need to hire employees in order to continue operating and growing. Let me share that with you again. The Exodus House Business Incubation Program is an economical development partnership designed to help create and sustain jobs in the community and spur economical growth throughout the region. This goal is accomplished by helping new and struggling early start businesses grow to the point where they need to hire employees in order to continue their growth and operating. So you need to understand that is the purpose of the Exodus House Business Incubation Program, to actually help you grow to the point where you're no longer a mom and pop organization, that you can start competing with higher up small businesses, with middle class corporations, to scale yourself up to a Fortune 500 company. We don't understand that we don't believe that we can do that. Every Fortune 500 company, listen to this very carefully. Every Fortune 500 company started as a small business. Started as a small business. Just like you and I, if you have a small business, they started just where you are. But the difference was that their foundation was different. Okay? Their foundations became different. And because their foundation was different, they were able to sustain themselves. How do we help businesses? Okay, how does the Exodus House Business Incubation Program actually help businesses? Here we go. We help early stage businesses develop into financial stable companies by providing the tools, training, and infrastructure that help facilitate smarter, faster startup groups. Real simple. It keeps going back to the 4 S's. Your structure, your strategy, your system, and sales. It doesn't get no clearer than that. It doesn't get no simpler than that. So when we talk about these comprehensive processes, includes an ongoing series of strategies and technical meetings, a variety of business development services, business coaching, and other important and unique resources that are all individually tailored to help emerging enterprises achieve their specific short-term and long-term goals. Most importantly, because incubation is an ongoing process, follow-up and accountability are some of the intangible benefits that help take businesses to the next level. So basically what we do, right? We make sure you have the resources. We make sure through webinars, through PowerPoints, through coaching sessions, through personal phone calls, through personal coaching. We make sure these assets that you have. Think about some of the things that you first have to do. The first thing that we really do for all of our new businesses that come in, the first thing we do is give them an operational plan. The operational plan actually gives them a roadmap to how to lay their foundation. Then we talk about the operational plan. Then we talk about things like we run you through workshops like is entrepreneurship for you? Before you even before you start spending money on stuff, are you capable of being an entrepreneur? Is that really for you? Okay, then you talk about you got an idea. How do we evaluate that idea? How do we find what pain point does it solve? Or when you say pain point, it's a problem. What problem does it solve? And what is your niche? Who is your target population? Then we talk about for our spiritual people, and all of it's spiritual. All the things we do, God is in everything that we do here at Exodus House. So I just don't want you to get that twisted. Prayer, everything is in God. We use kingdom principles to build up everything. Okay, and we talk about marketplace ministry. How do you take your gifts and talent and multiply it? How do you take the gifts and talent that you have and produce results here on earth? So we talk about business models. Make sure you have the right business models. There's over 22 different types of business models. 7 criteria to fit that. We need to make sure you're doing the right business model to maximize your potential and get your highest growth of revenue. When you talk about pricing, when you talk about, strategy and pricing, there's three different types of pricing. Competitive, cost, and value. Which one is most effective for your business? These are the things that we want to make sure you understand while we're building up your business so your business can scale. Lastly, who do we help? This is real important because we're becoming very selective now, very selective. Whether you're looking to start up, grow your existing business, or wish to expand your company, we can help. Keep in mind that our main objective is to help businesses grow to the point where they need to hire employees in order to continue operating and growing. Our main focus, our main purpose in the Exodus House Business Incubation Program is to make sure that you start growing to be able to hire employees, to be able to scale up. We have to get away from the mom and pop organization, the mom and pop businesses. Now, don't get me wrong. We do have now multi-level marketing where you can actually work at home and make millions of dollars. But even that, you need to scale up. We have I deal with a program called Nove Money, help build up credit and all that other stuff. But even in that business, we're able to scale up by adding people. If you're doing something right now and it's not able to add people, if you're just, you're not able to hire people, if you're not able to scale up, then you might want to rethink what you're doing. So we want to make sure when you come to us that you have the ability and you have the mindset not to just continue to be a mom and pop organization, to be able to scale up, to be able to win a franchise. I don't care if you want to do a hot dog stand. Well, we want to teach you how to get not just a hot dog stand, but 10 hot dog stands. So when we talk about, with that being said, not every business is designed to create these types of jobs, nor does every business owner want to hire and manage employees. Therefore, companies seeking to enroll in our program must demonstrate the growth potential to us. If you don't want to hire people, if you don't want to grow, if you want to stay right where you are, then the Exodus House Business Incubation Program is not for you. It's not for you. Who is this for? It's for companies, entrepreneurs seeking to enroll in our program must demonstrate their growth potential to us. Only scalable businesses are eligible to receive our assistance. Scalable business, that means you want to raise the business up. You want to be able to expand the business. You want to take the business. You always hear about people say taking it to the next level. But we actually want you to be able to take it to the next level, to be able to franchise out. You might want to franchise. You might want to incorporate 4 or 5 other businesses into your business that scales you up, that you can compete on the marketplace. If in our incubation program we have 4 companies doing the same thing, I'm gonna sit them down and say, look, why don't y'all become one, right? Make less to make more, but you can compete on a higher level. You can then go after the $1 million, the $2, $3 million contract. Tell you a real quick story, real quick. I was at a thing at a convention, and a white gentleman wanted to give out some contracts to some black-owned businesses. He said he had 2 small contracts, one for $5 million, one for $20 million. They're small contracts. Hear what I'm saying? These were considered small contracts now. But the problem was the only black-owned business that he could find, revenue was only $1.5 million. He didn't even have enough revenue to sustain the contract for $5 million. Had 4 other businesses, black-owned businesses that were doing the same thing, had they scaled together, had they came together and scaled up, which would have gave them a combined total of maybe $6, $7 million, they would have been able to satisfy that contract. And if you look at it in 5 of y'all, it's a $1 million contract. When you break it down, you're not going to get $1 million piece, but you can at least get a $500,000 a piece. Whereas if you don't come together and scale together, you don't get nothing. And that's the mentality. That's the thing here at Exodus House Business Incubation Program, that we're going to teach you guys how to be scalable. And we talk about this. Only scalable businesses are eligible to receive our assistance. For those who qualify, we also take into account your willingness to engage in the program and accept feedback, your coachability. How coachable are you? Now, how do you get started? We offer 2 programs, each designed to help businesses at different stages to get started. We have the pre-incubation program, and let me tell you something. Some of this stuff, Central University of Central Florida has an incubation program, and I'm not going to. I took some stuff from what they're doing and some stuff from other different incubation programs to make what we have. But I really like that incubation program, so I just want to make sure I give that shout out at the University of Central Florida. So we have the 2 things that programs that we have is the pre-incubation program helps create and launch scalable startups, and the incubation program, which helps scale business already in operation. So if you're not in operation, you're in our pre-incubation program. We'll help create and launch your scalable startup. And if you're already in operation, you'll come into our incubation program. So those are the things that that's happening here at Exodus House Business Incubation Program. And we are truly excited for all the things that we have going on. We are truly excited for we're truly excited for you guys that want to come aboard. Remember, go to our webpage. I'm actually going to have to I'm getting ready to put the new section up about the incubation program so you can understand the criteria. We're going to also have that incubation application we're developing. We're moving to the next level. We're moving to the next level. But we want you guys, if you are an entrepreneur, if you want to learn how to scale your business up, if you want some instant resources, if you want some mentors being coachable, be coachable. If you are coachable, we have some coaches for you guys, and we make your program for your business. So look, go to ExodusHouseATL.com, check us out. Listen, this is Ray Wilkerson coming to you live all the way from where? Coming all the way from here. Call me to you live all the way from here. Where's here? Right here. And like we always say here at Exodus House Business Incubation Program, remember we got the Business Incubation Program in front of it now, because it's important that you know this is a business incubation program that will give you instant access to resources that will help your business grow and be scalable. For essence, structure, strategy, system, and sales. Oh, let me do some house cleaning real quick. Remember, July 16th to the 20th is July 16th to 20th is our youth entrepreneur training boot camp. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Y'all go ahead. Our youth entrepreneur training boot camp, the 16th to the 20th. Hey, got my brother Roy Burns coming all the way out from Dallas, Texas, teaching on tips to success. Brother Roy Burns coming all the way out from Dallas, Texas. We got a bunch of speakers coming in from across the country that's going to be working with these young men and young women. One thing we do, if you have a young man or young woman between the ages of 12 to 18, listen, please inbox me because it's free for 15 youth. We're going to be serving 15 youth. 15 youth. It's almost equivalent to a college course. It's going to be almost equivalent. It's almost equivalent to a college course. I thought I had the course thing in front of me, but I didn't. But listen, you guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Also, we need some sponsors. You guys tune in. Always, we always get out there. We're not asking for no donations. We don't want y'all to donate nothing. But we do want y'all to sponsor some of these young children that's going to be there, because we keep talking about that young generation is a lost generation. Well, they're not actually lost. And if you think they're lost, let's go find them and put them in a place where that can grow their mentality, grow their mind, grow their entrepreneurship. You got to remember, I remember when I was little, and I didn't even realize that I had a shoe shine kit. I was going around shining shoes. I don't even think my mom knew. I was going around shining shoes. Our group, we would go to the food store, the grocery store, right? And we would take bags and we would carry the bags to people's car and get changed. And then in the wintertime, we used to go around a place called Stockton Station in Camden, New Jersey. That's right, Rick Hankins, Mike Hankins, Larry Graham, me, all of us, we would go and we would do, listen, a bunch of young men, we would go knock on doors, white, black, the neighborhood was mixed, that apartment complex was mixed. It had all these Philadelphia Eagles. It was an upper class apartment complex. right across the street from a project, right? Go figure that. But we used to sing Christmas carols, and people used to give us change. We have always been entrepreneurs. Our young people are entrepreneurs. You are entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to go scale up, stop being an entrepreneur that only has the mindset of a mom and pop organization where you'll never compete on a larger scale to get those million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 20 million, 30 million contracts that are available, that are out there, that are for us, right? But because we're not at that place, because we're not structured, right? Because we don't have the right strategy, because our systems aren't in place, because we don't know anything about sales, we are never competing on a larger level. Learn how to make money, but then let Exodus House Incubation Business Program, Exodus House Business Incubation Program, let us show you how to be a scalable business to compete with the big boys. Go to our website, exodusHouseATL.com. Sponsor a youth. Inbox me. Sponsor a youth. You'll see the flyers coming up all day long. Love y'all, and like we always say here, God loves you, and I love you, and guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about that. Peace out.